Hello, this is Jessie Zalkowski. I'm going to do a quick overview of ABA 630. First, I just wanted to show how I started my SAF meds. I would go to the deck that I was studying. So right now it's Acquisition Deck 3. And I always, on day one, I would collect baseline data. So I would run a 30-second trial without any studying at all, just to get an idea of where I'm at with my current knowledge. After day one of collecting baseline data, the second day, I would start over here in study mode, and I would click show error cards only. And I would take about 10-15 minutes to review this deck before I took my 30-second trial and then repeated that 5 times. After I got my results for the day, I would go over to Precision X and graph my data. I'm not gonna lie, this is something I struggled with in the beginning, was plotting my data that day after I ran my trials. For whatever reason, I was in the habit of waiting until Friday or Saturday when I do my SAF meds assignment to go in here and put all my data in. It's still sometimes something I struggle with as well. And I did base one of my interventions around this. But anyway, as you can see, I do have an upward trend line for my acquisition ACell on all these decks. This one isn't accelerating quite as quickly. But after I put this week's data in, it will. And then my acquisition deceleration is going down, showing a downward trend, which is what we want to see. Let's see, and a few interventions. Well, first let me say that the professor mentioning our capstone project and how they want us to be more specific and detailed with, for example, our reinforcement schedules. That's something that helped me a lot this course. I was kind of the courses before just saying, oh, if I met AIM, I would go to Starbucks at the end of the week. So I made sure to get more specific with my reinforcement schedule. The last few weeks, I changed it to either, so if it was the first week of starting a new deck, I was doing a variable interval schedule of about 15-20 minutes, just because I did need I knew I probably wasn't going to meet AIM the first week. And then the second, third week, I was doing a fixed ratio 14 schedule, since 14 was AIM, what I was trying to reach. So I would just keep going through the deck until I actually met that goal of 14, and then I would reinforce that immediately. I think reinforcing it immediately instead of just waiting till the end of the week was a lot more productive. I saw results a lot quicker that way. So that's just one strategy I learned in this course and when writing my SAF meds assignment, just to be more specific about that reinforcement strategy. And then also I made my reinforcer contingent upon inputting the data into Precision X. So similar to a behavioral contract that we learned about, I was getting reinforcement, it was contingent on my studying for a certain amount of time, but also plotting my data into Precision X. So that's just a quick little overview of how I've been doing so far in SAF meds and one of the interventions I use to improve my scores.